Alright, it's time for me to express how I feel, what I think, and who I am. Well, because this year's 2020 vision. A lot of people are still walking around thinking life is going to get back to normal the way that it used to be. Go chasing success, chasing love, chasing greed. Well, let's be honest. The reason why everything that's happening on the planet right now is because we need this change. The way we've been living hasn't benefited us at all, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, even physically. So right now I'm asking you, what vision of yourself are you going to create these next upcoming years? And the reason why I ask this is because, like I said, it's 2020. It's not about what you're going to create on the outside world. It's about what are you going to reconstruct in your inner world that's really going to profoundly assist the collective in creating a new earth that is taking place. Awaken ones, today I'm going to be sharing with you a new series that I'm going to be starting on YouTube and on Instagram. And it is all about the ascension process and how to embrace it, because right now everything that's happening on the planet, let's just be honest, it's time for a new way to be, a new way to live, and a new way to express myself. So stay tuned, because there's a lot in store that's going to expand your consciousness. Awaken ones, welcome back to another episode. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Brittany Francis. I assist people on their spiritual journey. But I just want to get straight into this. If you've been on this journey with me so far, just know I am so appreciative of you. If you're a newcomer, just know you're loved dearly by me, and I don't even need to know you physically. But Awaken ones, you know, when I took a week off last week from YouTube and social media, I received new downloads of how I can assist the collective, but mostly be a better elevated version of myself. And here is what's going to be so exciting that I want to share with you guys, is that I'm starting a new series on YouTube and Instagram calling Embracing the Ascension. And what this is going to be all about, it's going to be about me extending the wisdom that I cultivated from my spiritual experience to assist you with self-awareness, self-love, assist you on your shadow work, assist you not only on your ascension process, but to learn to discover why you're here and who you are. That is the whole point of this entire series, is that I'm going to extend to you all this wisdom that the universe has given me to you. And now here's what I'm going to ask of you. If you're going to watch these videos, please understand, no bath mouthing, no talking smack. I am still elevating on my journey, and I'm only extending to you wisdom that has assisted me on this ascension process. Now I know there are people more elevated than me on the spiritual journey, but understand there's an audience that's precisely for everyone, for one person, in order to assist multiple different people. So take whatever resonates with you, but other than that, if it doesn't, discard it, but don't badmouth anyone. My channel is all about love only. When people, you, come onto my channel, I want you to understand there's only love for you here. This is a safe place for you not to feel ashamed of being different than society. That is the whole freaking goal of this Embracing the Ascension. But mostly I want to get more in depth on why I feel like I need to do this for the collective. I'm being pulled to share so many voices in my heart. I've been quiet for so many years about how I feel about society, how I feel about the universe, how I feel about how we operate as humans. There's so many prophecies I've been hiding within myself that now I'm being pulled to share it. Because let's be honest, right now a lot of people think there's a crisis going on this planet. There is no crisis happening. The world is not going to end. The only thing that's going to end is a destructive mindset that have cultivated the society we have been living in. That is the only thing that's destroying itself. The world's not going to end. Society is going to end. So let's get more in depth. Now, since the construct of how the government try to control us, how society portrayed us to believe, to put on this veil and thinking that, oh, we have to go to school. Go to school for so many years. Get a degree, get a job, do this, do that, pay rent, eat, entertainment, and die. I'm laughing because how absurd is that perspective we call life? It's so absurd. And the only reason why we tolerate it and allow it is because we don't know thyself. There's too many selfies going on, but not enough wisdom of thyself. Not enough understanding and love for who you are. And this is why I feel like I'm being pulled to share this. Is because it breaks my heart that everyone just gives a fuck about the outside world and not enough about themselves. It bothers me that there's people in the spiritual community that care so much about money but not enough about helping people. Don't get me wrong, I got mentors. I know I got a lot of friends whose intentions are to help the collective. But at the end of the day, most of these people don't have other people's intentions in mind. Most of the time, people who call themselves a guru, a master, a teacher, are only doing it for themselves. And they're not really extending the truth to assist you. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm an abundant being. I know I'm rich. I have very powerful manifesting powers and abilities. But I don't give a shit about money. I'm just gonna be real with you. Most people do YouTube channels, do work, do shadow work, do twin flame work, only for the money. Only for them, and they wonder why they're miserable. They're only caring about what they can gain rather than giving. And this is what I'm tired of. Don't get me wrong. If you got a service to extend to other people, it's helpful. Whatever you are extending for service for other people, it's helpful. Yes, put a price on it. But what bothers me the most is that it's only about the fucking money. That is ridiculous. We live in the world where we only praise objects and forget about people. Humanity is the reason why this earth continues to exist and elevates the way that we have. But we have lost our ways because we became too greedy in believing in what the ego needs. The one thing I've learned about this ascension process is that when you divorce divine, you marry the ego. The whole reason why I'm feeling like I'm being pulled to share this and call it Embracing the Ascension process, because we're right now not in the time of gaining more success and having a happy life and having a happy family. No, it's not about that anymore. It's about being the most happiest version of yourself and feeling honored and pleased to feel alive and be you who God created you to be. That's what this whole thing is about. Because we have been so consumed with thinking the way the ego does, and thinking we need more money, and thinking we need to pay bills, and just forgetting about ourselves. But let me tell you something. That is the very reason why this world is pummeling the way that it is. And that is the reason why everything is destroying itself right now. It's because that's not the way to live. That is not the true way that God wants us to live. So the true way that God truly wants us to live is by loving ourselves without needing anything or anyone. And that is the whole point of this series that I'm going to share with you. Embracing your ascension process. Discovering who you are. Listen, the ascension process is all about enlightenment. And no, I'm not talking about enlightenment about being better than anyone or being a master or being the most well-known person on this planet. No. Enlightenment is not about becoming something. Enlightenment is about unbecoming what you thought you were in order to be who you truly are. And that's the whole point of embracing the ascension process. It's about taking off the veil and revealing to yourself who you are without the opinions, without the government, without a job, without the labels, without even a relationship or kids or anything. Who are you when you look in the mirror? That is the whole point of the ascension process. It's to tap into the potential that is hidden within you under all the doubt, under all the beliefs that you formulated about yourself that aren't true. That is the whole point. It's about unbecoming everything that you really aren't to be who you truly are. just know when you come on this planet, you come here with a mission, and your purpose is to find your own joy. That's the whole point. But we've forgotten that because we take care of the world and we forget about ourselves. That is how we forget our power, my friends. Don't forget that. The reason why this whole society was created, because they don't want us to be in our power. Because guess what? When we're in our power, we think for ourselves. When we think for ourselves, we create such profanity. And I don't mean profanity like something bad. Profanity that is something so profound, that is so majestic, that is so beautiful. It's like, oh, it's godlike. And that is the whole point. So if you're going to take anything about out this whole Ascension process series that I'm doing, please, please, please take anything that resonates with you. And then second thing I'm going to ask you is that if anything that resonates with your heart, please share it. The one thing I'm starting to learn on my spiritual journey is that if anything resonates home with me and it helps me elevate, and it helps me get closer to God, I cannot be selfish and keep that wisdom to myself. I have to share with other people, because if it helps me, it's going to help other people. And even if you're helping one person, guess what? It's going to extend out, and that person's going to help other people too. So whatever you take out this series to assist you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically, if it helps you, please, please share it. Because this is all about the collective. This isn't about me. This isn't about likes. This isn't about getting more comments, getting more subscriptions. No, I'm really being pulled and guided by an unknown force that can't be explained, but it's just so profoundly loving that now is the time to speak the truth. Because guess what? This world is fed so much information, but we're fucking starving for wisdom. Let's just be real. And there's a few more things I want to share with you guys. And one thing I'm starting to learn is that that's what I wanted to read. The Ascension process is about expanding myself. It's not about remaining or being the same or settling, which is what most people do. They settle. There's a reason why you're not settling. There's a reason why things aren't working out right now. It's because it's time for you to ascend. But here's the thing. We got to embrace this process of growth and being the version that God wants us to be. Because if we don't embrace our lives and who we are and who we grow into, we will never feel alive. And that is the whole point of life, is to feel alive, not feeling like you're just existing. Because let me tell you, this is coming from a person that I grew up in a home where I never was given love. The only time I heard I love you was when someone needed something. I was pretty much a slave to my family. They would use me to do things for them, wash dishes and everything. I was physically abused by my sister. I got raped at a very young age. I was very lost and I felt worthless and I felt like I wasn't good enough. I was supposed to be aborted. My dad called me a piece of shit. You know, I've been through so much in my life. And I never had guidance and wisdom the way that I do now to assist me. I had to pull myself out of this fog, this darkness that made me feel so alone. Now that I allow God into my heart, and now that I allow Spirit to reside within me and actually express itself through me, I have no shame in what I need to share. And I have no shame in who I am. And who I am is a person who fucking loves harder than anyone I've ever known on this planet. And that's how I know it's God who lives within me. And because of this, I need to share this with you. Because maybe you're searching for that love. Maybe you're searching to be understood. And maybe you're searching for what I'm sharing. And I want to be that light for you, so you can be your own light in your own darkness, to get you out that darkness and to create an actual inner universe that's so beautiful that, you know what happens when you create on the inside, the outside has to change and reflect what's going on inside. So if you're going to take anything out this series, take a full cup of love for yourself, because that is the whole point. I'm going to be sharing with you how to fill your cup up first before you fill other people's cup up. But any other than that, if you guys are going to stay tuned on this series, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button to be notified of when I post videos, which is 3 times out the week. And lastly, follow me on Instagram as I post so much more in depth, real shit, deep shit, true shit that really is here just to inspire you and to push you to not be scared in who you are. But other than that, Awakened Ones, I love you. I appreciate all of you. And please, whatever you do, find your bliss and know your peace. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. With bliss and love, I adore all of you. Namaste.